What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. It's Al. On my way to class at the Houston Graduate School of Theology, sharpen up on my biblical knowledge. Just wanted to do this video. So we've been talking a few days at work about a pretty touchy subject, and one of the brothers at work was talking to one of the sisters we have, and question came up as to why black men prefer white women over black women, when black women nourish black men and take care of black men and are there for black men. And that's not an easy answer. It's not an easy answer. It's not an easy question. It's a complicated answer. But there have been some things that I have witnessed and experienced over the past few years that have given me a little bit more insight to what I believe contributes to brothers choosing white women over black women. I was in a setting with some young black kids, and I'm talking to this young black brother, and I think it was a sister in a class who kind of liked him or whatever, and she was about my skin complexion. You can get a good look at my skin complexion right here. I'm not the darkest brother in the world, not the lightest either. Somewhere in the middle. But dude was way darker than me, right? And he was asking, you like, oh girl, she thinks she wanna holler. She's like, oh no, I don't do dark skinned girls. And I was like, what? Dark skin? Like, brother, you look at the mirror? And I was curious, like, why? What makes you say this? Like, I don't like dark skinned girls, man, they ain't pretty, they ain't got pretty skin, they skin all dark, they hair all nappy, they hands all black and stuff, and they, I like girls with curly hair and light skin, got that pretty skin. And when he was saying all the things he didn't like about this girl, it dawned on me, it hit me, as he's talking about how you don't like black women because they got dark skin, black with like dog hands, or they this, they that. He wasn't talking about her. He was talking about himself. Everything that he described that he didn't like about a black girl or a dark-skinned black girl was what he was the one with the black hands. He was the one with the nappy hair. He was the one who was black as hell. So he was basically telling us how much he hated himself, but he was trying to cast it on her. He was talking about himself. He was talking about how he hated himself. And for a lot of black men, a lot of dating, not just white women, but just other, as my wife calls it, girls that look like they mix or something, but just white, comes from black dudes. And you see a lot of the dudes who clamor for these white women or girls who look mixed or exotic or whatever you call it. They black, they darker than what's under the bed. I mean, they black, they are dark, they black. I had a brother I worked with, he was black as this Lexus NX 200T, whatever that is that's in front of me, and he kept a white girl on his arm. No black girls, nope. Raised by a black woman, had black sisters, no black woman in his personal life, nope. And for a lot of us as black men, we have these internal issues where we have so much self-hatred, whether it be through our own issues, whether it be through growing up in the hood, whether it be through what we've seen on TV with white people always dissing us. But we have this self-hatred as brothers, as black men, that cause us to go to any measure to escape what we feel causes us to hate ourselves. And one of those measures that we go to is we date white women. I believe that is a huge reason why black men date white women. Another reason why I believe that black men date or choose white women over black women is because of a lie that we've told ourselves for years. How many black men have you seen throughout the years talk about their mother, how much they love their mother, they love how their mother raised them? My mama was tough on me, but I thank God my mama used to whoop my behind because it made me the person that I am today, and I really appreciate her for that. You're lying. You don't. There's something internal about what happened between you and your mother that you hate. If it wasn't so, then you wouldn't date somebody who was completely not what she is. Why do we run away from what we say we love so much? And this question particularly isn't just for black men, it's for black people in general. Why do we say we appreciate love the way our parents raised us because it made us the way we are today, and we do the exact opposite with our kids and in our relationships because we really didn't love and appreciate? Black men have scars from their mother rearing them, whether it be from the anger that some black men who were raised in single parent homes have from hearing their mother dog their father all the time, not letting their father come around, having this frustration that they've seen. A lot of us, we really didn't have a deep appreciation for that. We try to convince ourselves we do, but we really don't. Because we would be looking for someone, especially in this climate, with the world the way it is, and with kids as crazy as they are today, we would be looking for a woman who could help raise our children the way our mothers raised us, but we don't. We want something different. We want other alternatives because deep down inside, we say to ourselves, yeah, my mama did this, but I don't want that for my son. I don't want that for my daughter. I say I appreciated that, but I really still have reservations about all the stuff, about the way my mother used to spank me, or yell at me at school, or yell at me in front of my friends, or tell me what to do, or tell me what time to go to bed, or put her foot down. We really have reservations about that kind of stuff. And so when it comes to choosing a mate, we choose somebody who is the exact opposite of what we were raised in or with. Even though the woman who raised us, we swear we die for, but there's something internally there that we do not like. I talk about the fact that we as black men have so many internal issues. We have self-esteem issues. Those self-esteem issues come from so many different places. Now, sisters, I will ask you to toe your load. Okay? Toe your load a little bit. One of the things that I know brothers look for or look to escape when they date white women is the brash nature of black women. Now, I understand that it comes from a lot of different places. Black women are the most disrespected women on the face of the earth. And so it causes a lot of black women, because you have to deal with so much crap throughout the day, throughout your lives, to be a certain way. But to prove this point, I go back to where I used to work. I used to work for a tire and rubber company, to be a store operations manager for a corporation, a major corporation, tire and rubber company. And I noticed the great gulf of a difference between black and white women. Black woman comes in my store. I greet her at the door. Hey, how you doing? How can I help you? Instant scowl. Don't want to speak back, can't even look at me. Anger about something or other. Instantly. Turn the page, 20 minutes later, white girl comes in, little white woman comes in. Hey, how you doing today? Hey, how are you? I'm doing good. Now, I want you to understand something, because black women be like, you always gotta have somebody smiling in your face. Not always, but it sometimes will help. But for black men, sometimes, sisters, you gotta understand, every brother ain't trying to get your number. For me, example, I'm a pastor. I'm going to speak to everyone with a smile on my face because I'm a child of God. I'm a disciple of Christ. I want the fact that I'm saved and I'm sanctified and I'm a disciple of Jesus Christ to show on my face. So when I speak to you and I say, hey, sister, how you doing this morning? I'm not trying to holler at you. And so because of that, I do not solicit the response, the eye roll, the scowl, the look the other way, or the look down at the floor as you walking by acting like you looking at something on the ground. We as black men do not solicit that when we speak to you. And 20 minutes later, that same black guy will speak to a white woman, same deal, just speaking, just saying hi. And she'll smile, she'll say hi, how are you? And for a lot of black men, it's just trying to get away from that. Just wanting to, and understand, I'm smart enough and intelligent enough to understand, just because when you speak to a white woman, she smiles at you, and she's like, hey, how are you? That don't mean she want to holler at you. That don't mean she want to let you hit it. That she's, in like it, she's been polite. And just because a lot of black women are scowling or don't feel like speaking or look like they're angry, don't mean that they want to hit you over the head with a sledgehammer. It's just the nature of the beast, right? But for a lot of black brothers who grow up elementary school, middle school, or high school, speaking to black girls, whether to be nice or trying to holler, get dissed, get called ugly, get called broke, get called big head, get hit with all kind of insults, a kind of smart aleck lip. When they get in college or get a little bit of status, they're going to try to escape all of that. All of it. Now, here's what brothers don't understand. Just because you are unaware of that kind of stuff going on when it comes to white women, don't mean it's not happening. Bro, I've worked for some white women. Let me tell you, when they get mad, I had a white boss, female, beautiful, drop dead gorgeous. But when she got angry, it was time to go. Like, it was time to go. And what brothers learn and are probably learning right now is that just because she don't look like she yells and screams and will lose her mind because she's white, don't mean that she won't. The divorce rate between black men and white women is just as high as it's between black men and black women. Black men and black women. So a lot of brothers are learning what you thought was so much better, that milk that looked so much creamier, it ain't. White women who, I think one of my great favorite comedians, Patrice O'Neal, Miss Patrice O'Neal, he talked about how white women are different from black women because white women are just as crazy as black women, but they just hide they're crazy. And he talked about a fact that he did a part of his show where his brother was with this white girl and they slept together, and he did something she didn't like, and all of a sudden she was like, "What? You did? Oh my God! I don't think I really liked what we did last night." He was like, "What?" He's like, "No, I don't. I think you may have done that without my consent." And he was like, "That's what white girls do. They might not be. At least a black girl tell you what she all about straight up. White girls will hide they crazy." And a lot of black brothers are finding this out. When you see, look, not just black brothers, but white men too. White women are crazy. Look, man, this Me Too stuff is a lot of it, and I hate to say it, a lot of this Me Too stuff is white women who are angry. And black girl get mad at you, just won't talk to you, and they'll dish you, won't say nothing to you. They spread a couple of rumors that you bad in bed, or that you ain't nothing, or that you broke, or that you cheap. She ain't doing this stuff that white women doing. Coming back 15, 20 years later, talking about she don't think the sex y'all had was consensual because you didn't make her the wife of the senator that she thought she was gonna be. And so a lot of brothers, and you know, you look at the NBA, you see a lot of brothers with sisters. The NFL, you still see a lot of black NFL players with white women, and I understand because I've known some football players in my life and they ugly. Right? They ain't as handsome as me. and other basketball. I'm a boxer. Boxers are the most handsome athletes on the planet, with the exception of Floyd Mayweather. I don't know what happened to him, but a lot of these brothers are finding out that the grass ain't greener on the other side. And so I think for what it boils down to is a lot of the brothers, we have to ask ourselves what's better for us in the long run. That initial thrill, and don't get me wrong, I've had thoughts of dating outside my race and dating a white woman, and the rush and the exhilaration of the unforbidden. And that's another thing that gets us into white women, the thrill of doing the unforbidden. White women were the most kept prize away from black men, and now black men are reaching certain statuses and find themselves after white women because now they can afford to. But I believe that, brothers, we need to reconsider. Now, if you've just fallen in love with someone, love who you love, okay? I'm not against interracial dating. Love who you love. But I've heard too many brothers try to say they love white women because and bring up black women's negatives as a no, sir. No, sir. No. If you like a white girl, just like a white girl. But don't try to say y'all like a white girl because black girls, they don't do this and don't do this. No. Because as soon as you white wife, you're ready to cook dinner, you can be, never mind, babe, I'm going to my mama house or my sister house. So, no, sir. No, let's not do that. And I'll close with this. One of the things that makes me skeptical about white women when it comes to brothers is the fact that you do not see a lot of white women who are rich and famous, or rich or famous, or famous or rich, or either one, that date a lot of black men. The Kardashians are different, okay? They're part Armenian. They're different. Because people are like, what about the Kardashians? Well, okay, no, they don't count. They're raised around them with black people. But whenever you see a drop-dead gorgeous white woman with a black man, he's the one with all the money. He's Michael Jordan. He's, the superstar. Not her. You very, very, very seldom see a white woman in Hollywood, in music, who's rich, who's famous, who mess with black dudes. Whenever you see a black dude roll up and he got him a white woman, he rich, and she come out the trailer park or out the suburbs, but he's the one with the money. And so I would just think that it would be more genuine with black men, white women relationships if whenever you saw a black man with a white woman, he wasn't the one who was filthy rich and she was the one who had absolutely nothing. For once, I like to see the tables turn. Let me see a white woman who's a famous movie star, famous actress, TV star, famous musician, a singer, and she got her brother who is a teacher or is a lawyer or a doctor. But no, I don't ever see that. And even the Kardashians, they go after super rich dudes, if you want to talk about them. So be careful, brothers, when you always want to go the white route, because there's enough evidence out there that says that white girls, they know they're cute. They ain't coming when you teach in school or when you work at the bank or when you a little upstart lawyer. But when you hit that NBA or that NFL, here they come, smiling. They never smile in your face no other time, but here they come. And just, I guess I'll just say this, just to be brutally honest. If I can be brutally honest, I was just at restaurant, getting me a little something to eat. I'm sitting at the bar, getting me something to eat. I'm watching a little sports center. And that was a brother, he was with a white girl on my left. And there's another brother, he's a white girl on my right. And I gotta say, for some brothers, I hate to say this, but for some brothers, I get it. Like, you are the dorkiest, nerdiest black dude I've ever seen before in my life. And you probably been laughed out of the room by so many black girls. You, like the dudes who was sitting next to me. Oh, this is so mean. But the dudes who was sitting at the bar next to me couldn't get a bad sister if they tried. Like, they couldn't. They were just the dorkiest Urkels I've ever seen. So for those dudes, okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. But you tried to approach black girls and they laugh you out off the, you know, off the planet because you didn't have enough swag. I get it. For some guys, you just gotta go there because black girls won't touch you with a 2-foot, 10-foot pole. I get it. But for the rest of y'all, straighten up. So that's just my 2 cents on black men and white women. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to follow me at Al Prince II on YouTube. Holla back. Peace.